Hey everyone, it's Carson Tech here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be giving you 7 total tips on how to improve the battery longevity of the DJI Mavic Mini and the Mini 2 batteries. This is a video that is kind of common on YouTube. There are other videos out there, I will acknowledge, that talk about preserving the longevity of your batteries, but a lot of those other videos touch on what are called lithium polymer batteries or LiPo batteries, which is one of the most common batteries that you will find in drones out on the market. However, DJI opted to go and include lithium ion batteries or Li-ion batteries in their mini series of drones, which means that there are a couple things chemically that are different and usage wise that makes these a little bit different than other drones. However, if you are somebody who happens to have another drone, a lot of these tips will also apply to your drone batteries as well, so make sure to stick around. But there will be a couple that will focus primarily on the mini batteries because of the lithium ion chemistry. So with that being said, let's get into tip number 1. All right, tip number 1 is in regards to that lithium ion battery technology and how DJI thinks of it. So in DJI's eyes, which it makes sense, lithium ion batteries don't necessarily need to go and be discharged after a set period of time. If you've ever had any other DJI drone, you'll notice that the smarts of the battery will go and drain themselves to around 45 to 50% charge after a set period of time. Most drones allow you to go and change this period of time from 2 days to 5 days to 10 days. I usually set mine to around 10 days. But the reason for doing that is because with lithium polymer batteries, which aren't these, you have to go and do that, or else it can severely impact the max charge capacity of those batteries over time. But with lithium ion batteries, it isn't as significant of a drop over time, but it is still present. A lot of studies have shown that if you keep these lithium ion batteries charged at 100% and leave them in storage for long periods of time, then they can, over a span of a year, lose up to 20% of its max charge capacity. So that means if you go and try to fly your drone after leaving this in storage for a year at 100% and you try to charge it back up, it will only really charge to around 80% of its original capacity, which is not ideal. That's around only like 23 minutes of total flight time. So obviously not ideal to do that. So for me personally, if I know that I'm going to be leaving these batteries in storage for any longer than a period of around 3 weeks, I go and fly my drone around for a little bit and discharge each of the batteries to around 45 to 50% to allow for the battery to last much longer after being stored for a while. And speaking of storage comes tip number 3, and tip number 3 is in regards to where to store your batteries. So if you're going to be storing these batteries for any period of time, whether it be a couple of hours or a couple weeks, a couple months, don't store them in any environment where there is heavy temperature swings, there is high humidity, or the temperature isn't within 71 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And the reason for that is because DJI recommends storing within that range of temperature. And if you store it beyond that, then that can go and lower the lifespan of the batteries. So make sure to go and store them in an area that isn't by a window or in a garage or in a humid basement. On that topic of temperature, tip number 3 is pay attention to the temperature that you are flying in. And specifically for the Mavic Mini series, do not fly these drones if it is below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. I personally have flown my Mavic Mini below 32 degrees Fahrenheit before in around 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, but I really would not personally push it past 0 degrees. And if you're gonna do that and you're gonna be flying in the cold, the only way really that you're gonna be able to do that is if you have been storing your batteries in a warm environment pretty much really closely up to the point where you are taking off. And the reason for that is because if the batteries are pre-warmed, such as you've left them in a house or a warm car or in your back pocket and they're able to stay warm there, then that means that they're already kind of pre-warmed. And once they're in the drone and they're being used, they will produce a lot of their own heat because they will warm up when they are being drained. So that is something to pay attention to. But if you are wanting to fly anything above 104 degrees Fahrenheit, I just would straight up not recommend that, because if you push it past that, DJI has said in the past that that is a risk of a fire hazard if the batteries go and overheat, which makes sense because the ambient temperature is already incredibly hot. So you could kind of piece that together and figure out that, yeah, the batteries could overheat and explode. Hopefully they wouldn't, but do not push it past those limits. Tip number 4 is probably my most favorite one out of this entire list, and it's more than likely the easiest one that you can do yourself as well, and that is label your batteries. Whether it be with a Sharpie, a sticker, or a label maker like I did, labeling your batteries is extremely important if you've got more than one battery. And the reason for that is it allows you to go and maintain similar charge cycles throughout all of your batteries. So theoretically, let's say you don't have your batteries marked and you always happen to choose this leftmost battery out of your case. If you're not cycling through those, then you are putting a ton of charge cycles on this first battery and not generally using the other two, meaning that these ones are just sitting here degrading over their lifespan, and this one is just being heavily used. So if you go and label them all, then that allows you to pay attention and think, okay, I used number 1 last time, I'll use 2 this time, and then 3 next time. And overall, it just makes for the battery lifespan to last so much longer amongst a large number of batteries rather than just have one last not super long because you're putting a bunch of charge cycles on it, and the other 2 not even work to their full capacity anymore at the time where you have to throw out the first one and use the other ones. So label your batteries. It's super easy and it's a fun one to do as well. Tip number 5 is don't go and over drain your batteries. Now you may be wondering, how could I possibly over drain my batteries? Well, when your drone goes and starts to put out that really annoying return to home beep that you can't mute and is super annoying, there's really 2 reasons why DJI is doing that. The first one is, of course, they don't want you to go and crash your drone because there isn't sufficient battery charge to go and power the motors anymore. But also, number 2 is they don't want you to go and damage the batteries. And what I mean by that is if you are flying your drone and flying the batteries down to lower than 10% every single time you are flying around, so if you're just landing every time at like 1 to 2% battery charge remaining, that is actually really damaging on the batteries. Pretty much no batteries, except for cell phone batteries, are meant to go and drain that significantly when they are being used. So I understand if there's like an emergency situation or there's high wind, sometimes you have to land where you are below that amount and you're getting really close to 0%, and that's fine, but just don't go and use the batteries to really low percentages every single time. What I would recommend based on what I personally usually do is go and fly these and land them at around 7 to 10%, somewhere in between there, and you should be fine. But if you're flying these down really low, then that is not good on the batteries. And I will say, I am very, very guilty of doing this. I used to do this all the time with my Phantom 3 Standard, primarily because I only had one battery, which meant that I wanted to go and just use that battery until it was dead because I didn't have any other batteries to fly with. But if you've got other batteries, this one isn't as significant, I would say, because you know that you've got those other batteries that you can just throw in if you land. But if you've only got one, don't fall prey to this one. Make sure to go and land at a safe battery percentage. Tip number 6 is do not go and immediately charge your batteries after landing. This one can be bad depending on how warm your batteries are for pretty much any batteries that you fly with. You may notice whenever landing your drone that your batteries, when they come out of the drone, are pretty warm, and that's because they've been used very heavily in the last 25 to 30 minutes while you're flying, and they've discharged relatively quickly for a battery. Now, these are meant to go and discharge at the rate that they are, but the reason why they're so warm is because they are being so heavily used. So when going and wanting to charge these, I would recommend leaving them sitting out in a manner that they can cool down. So just leave them out of the charging case even if you can, and just let them cool down for 45 minutes to an hour before going and placing the batteries back onto the charger. The batteries do have some smarts built into them, and they won't let you charge the batteries if they do sense that the batteries are extremely hot. So generally these batteries won't let you charge them if they are extremely hot, but still, even beyond when that warning stops, I would recommend, 45 minutes to an hour after your last flight before going and plugging these into the charger. Finally, number 7 is try to go and make sure to use your batteries every couple of months. And by every couple of months, I mean maybe every 3 months. So if these are being stored for long periods of time, they do like to be used, and you should try and use them at least every 3 months. And what I mean by that is to go, and if you store them at 45 to 50%, go and charge them up to the full 100%. Go fly the drone around, get its full charge out to around 10%, and then charge it back up to around 45 to 50% if you're gonna go and leave these in storage for another period of time. And that just really helps to go and maintain the battery's max lifespan, and also checking them every couple of months. If there is a situation where a battery starts to swell, it's generally good to catch a swelling battery before it's too late. And if you do happen to find a swollen battery, I hope this goes without saying, but do not throw a swollen battery into the trash. That is extremely dangerous. Go and make sure you recycle these batteries. You will have to look around because a lot of places don't take old batteries, but if you go to calltorecycle.org, which is what I personally usually use, you can super easily put in your zip code and find a location near you, which goes and accepts and recycles old batteries. One place that I usually go and recycle at myself is if you've got a home improvement store near you, such as Lowe's or the Home Depot. Those places usually almost always take these old batteries and will recycle them, and I have personally dropped off some batteries before at Lowe's. It's been a great process. There's no fees or anything like that, so definitely go and make sure to check that out if you've found any swollen batteries. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for this video. I really hope you found it useful and helpful. If you did, make sure to let me know by clicking that thumbs up button down below, or that dislike button seems to work as well. And also, if you want to see future videos from me, hit that subscribe button down below, as well as check out some of my other videos over there if you're interested in seeing more right now. But with that being said, that is pretty much it for this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.